Do you know what it's like to be black? Dehumanized, degraded, and desensitized. Forced in the category to be looked down upon because of the shade of our skin. See, the funny thing about humans is, no matter what is injected in them, what is fed to them, no matter what shade or colour the dye of their hair, or the fabric of the clothes they choose to wear, the piercings on their skin or their experiences unseen, one thing remains alike. And that is,
we all bleed the same.
We all bleed the same.
but we're programmed by the media to think that we live a life separated by a thick glass wall, close but not close at all. But the roots that travel through our bodies, supplying every cell and organ with the necessary requirements to breathe, isn't the roots that you see. No. The roots that are seen are made of the flesh to the tone of the ground beneath, still linked with illusory metal chains that ring to the familiar sound of baying. A category meant to remind us of our supposed inadequacy, the roots that run deeper which frame the present outcomes of today. Forced to take the blame by yet another self-proclaimed label of the game, ostracized by the pigment of our outer layer because the past really isn't the past when it's present years later. We were taught from the womb how to nurture a seed till it bloomed, like a mother who builds up her child from within, only to be blindly struck down from the roots because the families of the victimized are affected by it too. We are no longer viewed as somebody's son or daughter, but seen as a danger, an ominous presence dressed in a hoodie and some jeans. You don't see the colour of the blood that we both carry, regardless of the yellow, black, or white capsule it's in. The skin that you call dirt produced the very fruits we all enjoy today. Tell me, who invented the traffic lights and street lights, gas masks and water guns? You see, soil produces the fruits and plants we use to thrive. Soil wraps around the seed like a baby in a womb, being nurtured till it's strong enough to take on the elements of life, just like a black parent raising up their child. But as tall and mighty as trees grow, they too can be pushed down to the ground by brutal force. And the rapid advancement of technology and society is lost to me when the minds of some seem to be reverting in the view of what humanity looks like. The mentality as flat as how the world was once thought to be, no connectivity. Because you fail to see that we are humans too, not statistically generated numbers or well-presented dots on a screen. You're taught not to use human empathy on a colour that does not look like you. It's saddening to see a child raised only to be used to practice the power that is held but abused by the very structure put in place and trained to protect.
Sir.
I've become afraid of the people who are supposed to protect me and to take care of me.
Triggering a gun has become a game of clay shooting. Isn't it time we lowered our weapons? Because the innocence of children is being forced out like the breath of a man choked out on the streets. Strange markings burrowed in her skin, producing streams of the same red liquid we all contain because
we all bleed the same.
We all bleed the same.
And it's insane that we are repeating the same things from years past expecting change. To the one who fears their life may be next. To the one with wealth to fill a bathtub but can't seem to scrub the feeling of dirt reflected from the image they see. To the one who refuses to accept the urgent matter at hand, that our Black Lives Matter too. And see, like Moses to Pharaoh, I stand in the gap to say, let my people go. By letting go of the idealistic mentality that has crossed over the minds of those who have benefited in the safety of whites. And it's hard to see the dreams and sacrifices being honored when dark-skinned boys and girls are showered with hate. But this is not a rage letter. sifting the unjust from those who know better. This is simply a call for all to strengthen the cord of love. For unity, we must stand. Dear white people, to those who don't see us as something to be feared or experimented on, to be locked in cages like dogs or tossed on the streets like logs, to those who stand with us, cry and mourn with us, grieve at the cruel nature that free will can bring, thank you for viewing us as actual people. And to those who still sit immovable in the resonant sound of traditional ways, I pray that your eyes ring to the understanding of the cruelty happening in these current days. To those whose hearts are sealed to the cries of Black lives, may your hearts be opened and softened to the lies of this mess in disguise. To those who don't see us as humans but creatures of terror, I pray that you surrender to the tenderness of love to see that it's lives that are being mistreated in public. Because if we were to edit the pigment out of our skin from a clip, oh, how quickly your thoughts would shift. We need to keep lifting each other up, to build up with our words, our prayers, and our support, because daily we must confront the harsh elements of this world. To my Black brothers and sisters, it isn't easy to shine, placed behind the thick blankets of those that govern what is seen by the world. And it's easier to fuel our actions and blind our sights with hatred and sorrow. But I urge you, like Christ did, to love anyway. Yes, I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but we must love in the midst of pain, so the sacrifice of those past aren't in vain, because it takes unity for this vision to come to pass. We will rise. We will overcome. But we must do it together. Because
we all bleed the same.
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 Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that spoken word piece that I did, that I created. Writing it was a challenge, making it was even more of a challenge, and posting it was just another challenge in itself. Whilst I was in the process of editing the video, the thoughts that were going through my mind, was astronomical. When I tell you I was having doubts, I was like, should I really be doing this? That the hate that I'm going to get from this, from the people who can see it in a negative way. And I just want to put a disclaimer out there that I am not kind of umbrella blanketing white people to the way that they treat us. That is not it. I'm not trying to name and shame or say that white people don't know how to treat people of other ethnicities. That is not what I am saying in this video. And in no way, shape or form am I trying to hurt anybody or demean them or anything like that. That's not my purpose. That's not my plan. That is not the reason why I created this spoken word piece. Another reason why I thought, okay, should I even be posting it at this time, was because obviously around June time was when the whole Black Lives Matter kind of erupted and was all over social media. And one would think that, okay, because it's so much of a popular topic, then that's when I should possibly do and post the video. But I didn't really. I was still in the make. So the video was still in the making, in the making. So now that it's the whole Black Lives Matter protest has kind of reduced to a certain extent, to the way that, you know, on Instagram and all across social media, it's not as potent as it used to be. I was like, okay, so is anybody really going to see this? Because there's some necessary messages that people really need to see, to understand. And I know that the whole Black Lives Matter is going to be, it's always going to be a topic. It's always going to be an important topic. All lives, life in general is an important topic to be talking about. So apart from the fact that that whole surge in it had kind of dwindled, then comes the whole Endsars that's going on in Nigeria, and I was like, okay, so if I put this particular piece, is it going to make sense? Is it going to with the times? Is it going to really make sense? Because I created and I wrote this spoken word piece solely for the whole Black Lives Matter and Black History Month and all of that. But as I was thinking about it, I then realized that, oh, okay, actually, this can still be used to kind of send a message for the Endsars and all of that is going on, because it's still talking about Black lives. It's still talking about the whole persecution thing. But even though it's from a different group of people, it's still talking about the whole killing of Black lives and things like that. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna brave it and I'm going to post it in the midst of everything that's going on. So yes, this is me, and I want you guys, because whilst I was kind of going through this as well, I thought, should I disable the likes and the comments? Because, you know, people will say things, of course, that I'm fully aware of, that people are going to say negative things, but then the thought came to me to not do it, to actually allow the people to be able to like and to be able to comment, because in particular I want, for those for my Black brothers and sisters out there who are watching this, who have watched through this video, and you know, you have one experience or maybe you have multiple experience, I want you guys to put it in the comments down below for two reasons. One is to kind of educate and to help those who don't have an understanding or don't really know what happens to others, Black people, so for them to be able to know and to see and to read other people's real life stories of the different experiences that Black people have had in the past. And the second reason why I want you guys to do this is for those who may be going through something similar to your specific situation. You know, they're able to now see and read and be like, okay, you know, I see that someone else is going through this. How did they get through this? You know, so that I can get through it myself and probably get through it at a faster or better rate, as you may have done in the past, because I'm using your experience. So I do want you guys to put in the comments below your experience, whether it's in public, whether it's in a workplace, whether it's with friends, whatever it is that you've kind of just been mistreated just because of the color of your skin, the way your hair is, yeah, the way that you sound, whether that is in a posh way or in an African way, because oh, there's so many stories, guys. One day I'll probably go through it. So yes, let everyone know in the comments down below what are the experiences you've had. I'm expecting essays, I'm not gonna lie. I want to thank those who recorded We All Bleed the Same for this Unspoken Wordz piece, and for your bravery to do this, because I know it's not an easy thing to do, to accept. I know that it's just because the things that could happen as a result of it. So yeah, thank you for sending your videos and helping me with this. Yes, I really don't know what else to say. I'm really just a black girl who wants to see people come to this right knowledge and understanding of the topics that are near and dear to my heart. So I don't want to like overdo it with this video and talk for too long. But that's basically it. There's a lot going on, guys. There's a lot going on, and sometimes it's so crushing and so heavy that it gets to the point where I just don't want to do anything, because what can one person do to make an impact on something that just seems so gigantic in terms of so problematic. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.